Oh shit. You know what, Cave Trader? I don't know, man. It just seemed like it just seemed like today just a lot of just annoying things just happened today. Just a lot of annoying things. Just annoying. You know, one of my crowns fell out today. Now I got to go to the dentist to get it put back in. Which, like, dude, that was just today. It was just weird, man. It's just randomly my crown, like my gold crown, falls out of my mouth. Good thing I didn't bite into it because it just fell out. I was like, yo, what? Like, what's going on today? Just seems like just bad luck, I guess. Crap, my bad. My bad. Yeah, so 175 is the stream account now. Oh, let me see. You know, it would have been nice for gold to do this when I was in the long, because I wanted a little bit of extra money, but I wasn't going to risk the profits. And it would have been nice for gold to have done this. All right, so yeah, like I said, I'm taking a short here, looking for a rejection, not a reversal. Probably where my target is probably where we'll see price kind of bounce. I'm actually looking for the market to kind of retest the retest this trend line here. So we got this resistance trend line going down. Looking for a price to at least come back down somewhere and testing this trend line right here. But we'll see. He said super glue would do the trick. I think that's what they use actually. They glue or they cement it in your mouth to your gum to get it to stick. And for whatever reason, this one likes to fall out. It stays in for like 2 or 3 years and then falls out. It's my tooth all the way in the back. So I guess it really doesn't have nothing to hold on to. So it holds on for as long as it can and then it just falls out. It's like the second time it's done that. Third time it's done that. It feels weird. It feels like another. It's a weird feeling my gum right there. And I don't like that that the tooth itself is exposed. I don't like that, so I mean, it's already I already had a root canal, so I don't feel it. The nerve has already been taken out of it, but all right, man, let's see if we can get this rejection. So I really had to kind of work my way out of this one. Everybody in the not the Think with Book Map, but the Top Step chat was bullish. And I was already in a long, so I go to the chat and saw that everybody was bullish. And I was like, man, please don't tell me everybody's bullish in the chat. Everybody was bullish in the chat and I was already long. So I was like, fuck. And I was actually long at 85. And at the time, it was a great entry. It looked like I sniped the bottom, looking for a retest. I was concerned about the resistance here. I was hoping for the market to push back up. You know what's crazy? Where my entry is actually where my original target was. I was looking for 94.3 or 6. 93, it was 94.3 or 6, but I know it was 94. And obviously, I'm up 6 points, drops, pushes back up, and then it stops me out. And then I was like, damn. I saw that the market was building back up, so I got back in right here. The market fills my target was just above. So this little push right here actually hit my target. Then it got sold off. And I was thinking to myself, you know, I guess I should take it as a compliment if price is dancing around my target, because it just tells me that I guess I'm in the right spot, I guess, because everybody's taking profits and the bears is trying to protect their positions, I guess. So I was like, you know what, Gold? I'm not even going to allow you to. I'm not going to allow you to emotionally move me. What she did to me this morning, it definitely did change something in me. It felt like a traumatic experience, as dramatic as that sounds. Just getting, I just felt like just a chain of events today. It just really made me sit back and think, like, damn, like, what God was playing some joke on me today? Because it just seems like everything just did not work out. Or not everything, but it just seems like the things that, I wanted to work out today just didn't do it. I would have had a payout today. I would have had a payout locked in. I would have grabbed the $100 on this short, or at least on this long. I mean, so I would have had the payout, but unfortunately I lost that account yesterday. So all I can do now is grind and start working on these Tradeify accounts. You just start building these. I kind of set it up so I have 3 straight to funded accounts. I'm gonna trade one is designated for overnight trades, and I copy trade the other 2 in the morning, so I can just have separation of risk. My goal is to only take 2 trades. If I lose the first trade, my second trade is supposed to bring me back and bring me back to break even and be profitable. So my second trade would be my original 90 ticks plus 45 ticks, which is what, 13.5, looking for 13 points. Make sure I'm doing the math right here. Yeah, so 13.5, so 135 ticks. And I got back in around I think 79.3. So obviously I would have gotten I would have gotten my money back. And so that's the strategy. Only 2 trades a day. The first trade is 90 ticks. The follow-up trade is 135 ticks. I'm still risking only 45 ticks. So even if I lose the first trade, the follow-up trade, if I come back tomorrow, I can take out both of those losses with 1 win. So that's the game plan. That's the plan until I get stopped out unnecessarily and then price runs to my target and then I'm trading on tilt. What my goal with these another part of that goal with these accounts are, I need to set my limits, and I don't need to aggressively force my way into these trades anymore, because Gold is ruthless, man. She trades like the Nasdaq, but she also trades like the ES. And one of the tendencies that Gold likes to take from the ES is when she's chopping, every point matters. Every tick matters. I learned that the hard way this morning. Every tick matters until she breaks out and then she starts to run, and then, she has all this room to run. But yeah. Well, solo trades, it wasn't painful. They numb you. Well, depending on the dentist and whatever medication that they use, the dentist that I go to, they numbed it up pretty good. It was just the sensation of feeling the drill. It was more annoying than painful, because you can still feel the sensation. You just won't feel the pain, but you'll feel the pain afterwards. As you're healing up, obviously your mouth is going to be, or your gums are going to be sore from all the drilling and all that other stuff. But obviously, So I'll probably have to wait until like, I'm gonna see if I can kind of get it done this week, but I think I'll probably have to get it done next week, which is annoying. Mm. All right, so let's get the Nasdaq. Another great call out. So these ranges are probably done. If we get price to retest these ranges, price will probably trade right through it. Price did exactly what we talked about during last night's stream. Again, I really enjoy formulating a plan based on what the market is doing. We talked about how this range is potentially done right here. This range was done, and that the bears or the bulls were probably not going to buy here, but the late bulls were going to get caught, and the late bulls got caught here. But this range right here is where all the big boy bulls were waiting. Big boy and girl bulls were waiting. And this is the range that we was looking for, 655 to 635. And from this range, we saw the market make all new all-time highs. So great analysis on that part. Unfortunately, though, my short targets, my short entries, obviously these ranges got ran through. The market didn't even acknowledge these areas of supply. It was like, oh, there's supposed to have been supply here. We didn't get that memo, and they just ran right through it. So there's no point keeping that on there. Take off this resistance. So let me look, because I'm not entirely sure. So I'm asking my AI assistant, is the government currently shut down? Because I'm not entirely sure. All right, so apparently the federal government is currently shut down. The shutdown officially began at 12 a.m. Eastern time on October 1st. Yeah, like I said, man, October, like today has just been, I feel like I'm not necessarily big into, I am, but I'm not. Where people use astrology like new moon, new energy, new cycle, blah, 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 all that stuff. I'm not saying that that stuff is not real. I just don't necessarily subscribe to that way of thinking. But a lot of things happened today on October 1st. And my life is kind of peaceful. But it just seemed like I said, today was just filled with just annoying moments. I'll just use that word. Just like I said, I mean, we talked about it, but it just seems like everything was just happening today. Like a whole lot of bad juju, bad energy. It's like a whole lot of it. But yeah, officially the market is, not the market, the government is shut down. Congress failed to reach an agreement on funding legislation. And this marks the first federal shutdown in nearly 7 years, and there is no immediate resolution in sight. During this shutdown, hundreds of thousands of federal employees have been furloughed, and many government services are suspended. Actually, if the market actually stays or the government actually stays closed, this reading on Friday is not going to come out. We're not going to get this reading on October 3rd. The labor force or the labor bureau statistics or whatever, we're not going to get that. Actually, Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Hey, I'm sorry. What's up, Tony? I mean, come on, man. Yeah. Let me make sure that I'm saying this correctly. Yeah, so this data won't come out on Friday if the government's closed. This is a data reading that's presented by the government, and if the government's closed, then this reading won't come out. So we'll see if the government can reopen before Friday. I'm pretty sure it will. But if it doesn't, then we don't have to worry about non-farm payroll on Friday. Actually, let's ask our government. Let's ask our AI assistant. Yeah, what's up, Santiago? Yeah, so it's the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So the employment data that normally drops on Friday, specifically the monthly job reports from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, will not be released while the government remains shut down. The BLS has suspended all data releases and operations during the shutdown, which means that employment situation report that is scheduled for Friday will be postponed until after funding is restored and federal agencies resume work. Uh, this delay leaves investors, policymakers, and businesses without new official labor market data at a critical time, especially as recent trends have shown weakening hiring and rising unemployment. If the shutdowns continue, other key economic reports, such as inflation data and future job reports, could also be pushed back. That means we might not even get the CFTC data being released, which would suck. So the October job reports would face similar risk if federal data collection remains paused. The situation mirrors past shutdowns, like in 2013, when vital economic reports were postponed until the government reopened. So, as long as the government remains closed, we won't get that data drop. So, maybe that's what the market is doing right now. Maybe it's trying to go up now based on the data that's available now. Probably market participants are speculating. And this is what I think is going to probably happen. Usually when we see the market move like this, what usually happens is this is to sell the rumor or buy the rumor, sell the news type of price action. That's how I see it. I'm not saying that it's what it is, but when I just see the market just move without price action and no pullbacks, my mind automatically shifts towards buy the rumor, sell the news. So they're going to probably buy the rumor of what they assume is going to happen, which is happening now. And then if we do get that data drop and is good, we all know what usually happens after that. We usually see a good data drop. The market goes up initially to get people to think, oh, we're bullish. And then we get price crashing right back down into previous area, or probably where the price broke out at, which in my opinion is around 935 and 915. So this is the area that I'm looking for tomorrow for a potential pullback, a pullback trade from 935 to about 915. And so that's what I'm looking for. That's going to be my initial area to get long or to look for a long. I don't want to suggest that these levels are solid because obviously price can run through it. What I like to do with these levels is just identify them and see how price reacts to them. And I was looking for 795 and 775. So this is the reason right here we see this breakout of this high. Price breaks out. So usually what happens with a breakout, we usually see price pull back, and then there's uh unfilled limit orders sitting here, and we could potentially see a push back up. But if the bears fail to the bears fail there, then I'm looking at 775 to about 755. So this is the area that I'm looking for tomorrow. You probably might not get this one, but it's a good follow-up trade if price just crashes through this. This is probably a great area for at least a retest of the bottom of this range right here. So he says Santiago asks a good bookmap software to use. You talking about bookmap itself? Is that what you're talking about, Santiago? Bookmap itself? I mean, shit. Bookmap is pretty good. I think, yeah, Bookmap is pretty good, but it is expensive. They do nickel and dime you though. It's the only reason why I didn't stick with Bookmap. I if I bought the lifetime license when it was cheap, I would have done it. I don't know how much it costs now. I'm pretty sure it's way more expensive because the product is more traders are using Bookmap, so I'm pretty sure they've increased the lifetime license. So I'm pretty sure they probably don't even offer it anymore. But actually, let's look. Let's look. I'm just speculating. I'm just assuming. You say you call it the balloons? You can actually, so with Bookmap, you can actually switch to the candles, actually. You don't necessarily have to trade with the bubbles. You can trade with the balloons now. So they do have a lifetime license. So, $1,900. Yeah. So I believe when when I found Bookmap, it was like $900, 12 or $900 or something. I think 14. It was either 14, so from a range to $9 to $1,400 was a lifetime license, and I should have bought it then. But I was trading options at the time, and I just thought that this was a whole bunch of hoopla. Because it's not like I mean, because I would see the heat, and then the market would just go through it. So I was like, you know what, this is not even worth the money. And I was already spending money on the option flow data, all the tools that when all these tools first became available to traders, everything was like $100 here, $100 there, $1,000 for a lifetime fee. Like it's just a whole bunch of this and that. It felt like I was spending a lot of money to make money, and I wasn't even profitable. Shit, not only was I losing money to the market, but I was also losing money to these tools to help me. But This is the guy right here. Mm. Yeah. I mean, they have a lot of like I said, Bookmap does nickel and dime you. They will nickel and dime you. Think what Bookmap has all the little subscriptions, the features. And when I was looking at it, there's a whole lot of it. Or add-ons. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, they'll nickel and dime you with all this stuff just to pretty it up. And it's like, you know what? I just said, I might as well just learn how to damn trade without using all of this. Because there was a so you see like how they got all these little gadgets that you can add to the software. Like all this nickel and dime. Like if you want all these things, they're all separate. You got to pay for them separately, and it just adds up. So when they started doing this, obviously they have way more now. When I originally looked at this thing, but the icebergs are pretty cool. But the icebergs are kind of hit and miss, in my opinion, because on gold there was a so right here. So let me just draw this. So on Think with Bookmap, like I said, he has all the bells and whistles on it. But there was 500 orders sitting right here. It was an iceberg order or whatever it was. It was 499 of it just sitting right there. Now, you can see that after price swept it, it dumps, it pushes back up, and then it dumps again. So I don't know. I don't know if this trader that had an iceberg order, I mean, I'm pretty sure he should have gotten out. I mean, if that was a quick scalp, but there was 500 orders sitting right here. Those orders got ran. So the price swept above that order. Price swept below this range. Price took out this high. And now price is trading right back in that area where that order was sitting at. That order was sitting right here. And now price is literally having a hard time getting back above that area right now. So in my opinion, I feel that the Bookmap orders are better for commodities like CL, gold, and whatever other commodity that you want to trade. ES, sometimes. Nasdaq is good, but we all know that the Nasdaq will go to the orders, but then it's highly likely that, she'll run them. She'll run the liquidity and just keep on going. Yeah. Yeah, because the one. Because the futures market is ran by the option market. But honestly, I don't know. Because when I was trading options, a lot of the option traders was referencing. So if they were trading a tech stock, they would reference the Nasdaq. And what they would say was, if the Nasdaq is not doing something, then I'm not going to buy the stock. Now, it doesn't make them right, But a lot of the influencers back then was referencing the Nasdaq when they would buy tech stocks, and they would reference the ES as confluence. But now that I'm trading futures, people are saying that I should pay attention to the option market, because if the option market doesn't move, then the Nasdaq won't do something. So it's like, dude, I don't know. I don't know. But I will say that the option flow data is very helpful. At least it kind of tells you what everybody's doing. But what I find to be very helpful is the gamma. The gamma levels are, I feel like that's a cheat tool. I know that if we're in a positive environment, then I know that the dips will be bought. And as long as I know that I can go long and the market will agree, if I get into an area of support, then I feel confident taking the longs, and I know not to take a short, because all shorts will get, so all dips will get bought and all shorts will get ripped. And if I'm in a negative environment, then I know to sell the rips. So I feel like the gamma level is probably the most important tool to reference. And obviously the dark pool data as well, because what these dark pool levels act is, I mean, they act as support and they act as resistance. And but I did see this towards the end of the day. A lot of people got into puts, but maybe they're trying to scalp. They were scalping short, but maybe they were scalping short. Yeah, that was probably just scalping short. They probably didn't held these until the going into the next session, because I mean, if they held these, well, unless the Nasdaq does a big push overnight and then dumps, well, these options are not going to hold on, guys, give me a second. So this is black box stocks. Black box stocks. No, yeah, black box stocks. So they do have a lot of studies, but I just find that the gamma levels, dark pools, and the this is a custom script that they have added to their platform. So when these guys first came out, they were competing against Unusual Whales and Cheddar Flow. I've had all three, and this platform stood the test of time because of the information that it provides. Like, if you're an option trader, I would recommend using this platform. It's very informative. Like I said, it has the dark pool levels. It's easy to see. You have a lot of studies that you have the orb. It has the 15-minute and 30-minute, 5-minute orb, so you don't have to draw it out yourself. I mean, they have a lot of stuff. But like I said, I only care about the gamma levels, money flow. So I mean, whatever you like, they got it. Support and resistance, trend analysis, all that. And then obviously they have so this is the option side. They have a side for equities. And what it does is alert you when there's unusual volume entering into a stock. It's been pretty accurate, but I don't trade stocks and I no longer trade options. So, I mean, if prop firms were to go away, then I would obviously have no choice but to go back to options. But because I do have a choice, I just don't trade options. I just don't. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, no problem. You said look at gold. Let's look at that. I mean, shit. Shit. We got no choice after that. We got no choice. I'll go back to just trading my own money. I mean, I wouldn't trade futures. Okay. So this is the gamma level for gold futures, huh? I mean, I'm gonna trade Nasdaq. I mean, even though gold did me dirty today, I mean, when I kind of back tested to see what happened, I mean, I have to shift my mindset when I trade gold, because I've been trading the Nasdaq for so long that the abuse, the trauma, the mental mind games is just instilled in me to be successful with the Nasdaq. We have to play the mind games that she likes to play. And I go over to gold and I start to project that on gold. Don't know why, I just do it. Even though gold shows me time and time and time and time and time again that she's not the Nasdaq. But actually, what I probably need to do is I need to actually set this up. No more of that. All right, so that's the follow-up trade. Yeah, I definitely agree. I remember gold sucking so hard that we used to talk shit about gold. I used to say, "Dang, who wants to trade gold?" But now gold is a mover, man. She just moves. She works all day and all night. She works, and that's good. I mean, as long as Trump is president, and as long as he brings uncertainty to the market, people are going to run to gold for safety, and I love that. I love that. Let's keep gold great. I mean, you have an understanding of what gold is going to do. You just have to trust her. That's it. And when she touches a level, she's going the other way. I mean, I had to learn that the hard way, because she touched the level so perfectly. If I knew that level was there, I wouldn't have had my target literally a tick above it, because gold can be very perfect. That's why I was kind of testing out that big target, big reward. Obviously, when the market chops, it's not a good strategy, because, I mean, it's chopping. But once gold goes, she doesn't come back. So having a 9-tick stop on gold, if you're catching a momentum play, because obviously if I long this candle right here, actually I wouldn't. So as soon as it tapped me in right here, I would have gotten stopped out with this candle. Yeah, I would have got stopped out. But if I saw this green candle and long the green candle, my stop would have been right there, and I would have had all this reward with only a little bit of risk. And that's But gold has to move though. I have to kind of buy as close as I can to support and resistance. Like if at these trend lines right here, if I just saw the rejection at the trend line, I could have just scalped right here. And then that's kind of why my mind is like, instead of taking these long trades, I can kind of look for scalps at, support and resistance and market structure, because gold is going to respect it. And if it doesn't, it's not like I'm going to lose a lot of money, Yeah, so if I caught this draw, I mean, I was barely in. So when I got into this move, you can see that I didn't take any drawdown. I didn't take any drawdown in this account or in this position. It just went straight down about, what is that, 94, 94.3. The low right now is 87.5. And this dropped 68 ticks to the downside. It dropped 68 ticks. I would have been done if I had my my little scalping strategy. I mean, shit. I'm gonna call a spade, Alfred. If it starts trading like a senior citizen again, then I'll just focus on the Nasdaq. But hopefully not, man. Hopefully gold trades this way for the rest of time until the end of time. Hopefully. Because as you can see, the Nasdaq hasn't done anything. The Nasdaq has not done anything. These senior citizens, these golden girls, the ES and the Nasdaq, they don't do anything overnight, which is very frustrating, especially when you want to just make some quick money at the opening of the session. Because I mean, we did see a pop here. I mean, well, shit, if you got in long at the open on the Nasdaq, I mean, she played around with your emotions for about an hour. She played with your emotions for about an hour and 40 minutes before she actually shot up. Yeah. Yeah. And then, I was looking at the price action earlier. I mean, shit, this is a two-liner for the orb today. If you took the orb actually, we did take the orb. We just got our 18 points. Actually, we got our 18 points and we were done for the account. We were done. If I had my 4 contract strategy, I mean, I would have made my money today. Obviously, all my targets would have gotten hit. But I would have had to trusted because it didn't pull back, obviously. It just went straight higher. Yeah, that's definitely true, Alfred. That's definitely true. People were trying to short this. We have to realize with the Nasdaq and the ES is that it's heavily manipulated. And we're not talking about manipulated as a bad thing. It's manipulated in it's going to do certain things to make you feel like it's going to do something. It's going to chop, drop, chop, drop to get you to think that it's time for a short. I mean, why wouldn't you think it's time to short the Nasdaq? We're in an area of previous resistance, right here. Price is grinding higher, and then it's rapidly dropping, grinding higher, rapidly dropping. So as a bear, why wouldn't you think, all right, so we're trading into a previous area of resistance. Price is slowing down. We've had a lot of bullish momentum, and now price is slowing down at this area. I don't want to miss the short. We could at least get a pullback to at least the orb high. Why not short it? And the Nasdaq will work. I mean, the shorts will work just enough to get everybody trapped. I mean, it worked. It broke structure, or it closed underneath the EMAs. It used the EMAs as a resistance. I mean, it was definitely manipulated to make sellers feel that this was a short. It even did a fake double top right here. It did a fake double top. It kind of broke structure right there. And then as soon as everybody got comfortable in the shorts, well, unfortunately, they got stopped. And this is all the market needs to do. And we all know this. We're all traders. We know that this is all the market needs to do. This is all it needs to do, is to get people emotionally invested in their positions. So when the market starts running these stops, oh man, it just went higher. Okay, I need to get my money back. This is a great area to short. They short it there, and then they get stopped out. Short it, stopped out, and it's a cycle. They're going to keep on trying to short this thing because they're so emotionally fueled, and they at least want to get their money back. This is when the 5 stages of grief kicks in: anger, and then it gets to the point to where it's like, well, fuck it. If the account dies, it dies. You're just trading against the market just to fight it. And we've all been there, so we all know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, we did. Yeah, Alfred, I did. I really did not like the fact what happened in gold today. I didn't like it. Like I said, it's more of an ego thing with these payouts. I've had plenty of them. I mean, all my payouts sit in my business account. So I mean, it's not like I need the money. It's just the fact that I almost had it. And it's an ego hit. I didn't like it. It was an ego hit. And at that point, I'm just glad gold dropped, because I was going to lose 2 funded accounts, or I was going to hit daily loss limit in that account. And I was almost there. I think I was about $1,000 away from it hitting daily loss limit of $3,700. So I'm just glad it dropped, because it could have went totally different. And at that point, I did not care. I didn't care. I was frustrated. I was just angry. My feelings was hurt. And I wanted to punch gold in her face. That's what I wanted to do. But because she's not a physical thing, but a spiritual entity, I'm not going to punch my laptop. I'm definitely not going to do that. Because I've already shared with you guys, the first time I destroy my workstation, that'll be the last day I trade. The last day. And I mean that. I mean that. If I get angry and I destroy my work, I'm not spending money to buy it again. Shit. You destroyed it, that means you don't want to do it no more. And I mean that shit. So. But because I try to be an alchemist as much as possible, I always try to turn lead into gold. I did not like that I blew the account today, but you know what? what I'm going to do moving forward, regardless of how I feel, I will take the trade. And I'm just going to let the trade play out, because up until this point, there'll be trades that I would just skip, and those trades will work out. And then, I take a follow-up trade, and those are the trades that I'm sitting in the trade for like hours before that it finally works. I have a concern, actually, what happened today, where price will miss me and then it'll come back and stop me out. And that was always my big concern. And now that it happened today, I guess my mind, I mean, yeah, I lost the account, but I lost the account because I didn't stop myself out where I was supposed to get stopped out. I moved my stop down, and unfortunately, gold just ran to my damn stop, and I blew the account. But now it's like, it wasn't that bad, honestly, if I allowed myself to be stopped out, I could have literally gotten back in and made all my money back plus more. And it's like, you know what, man? I got emotional, and it wasn't even gold's fault. Gold did what it was supposed to do. It was me. All I had to do was get back in. Like, that's all I had to do. And price literally bounced right back up. And I think that's what just kind of did it for me. It's like, you know what, man? Like, that was just the most unnecessary shit. Because look, I would have got stopped out, but if I re-entered, not only would I have gotten my money back, but I would have gotten everything back. So I was like, I shouldn't have done that. It was so stupid. It was a moment of weakness, and unfortunately it cost me the account. And all I had to do was just re-enter, and I would have got all my money back. So now I'm doing the work. I do a lot of mental gymnastics to try to avoid as much losses as possible. But honestly, now that, I'm kind of in this space where I have to be vulnerable with myself and put down the shields, take down the guards, as they say. Those actions are seeds that I'm planting, and they grow into doubt, fear. Oh, what if it stops me out? What if, stuff that's going to generate anxiety when it's time to execute. And so now I'm just going to keep that shit simple. Get in, take your 2 trades. It's highly unlikely that both of them lose if you're trading in the right direction. It's highly unlikely that both trades will lose. It's highly unlikely that the first trade will lose, because my system is somewhat fail-proof. It's like I'm looking for a breaker structure, and I'm trading the pullback. And the pullback usually retests the high, which is my 90 ticks. 94. Yeah, I mean, it usually comes back and it retests the high. Now, this thing actually would have came back to the break even, but I still would have got my 90 ticks right here. Excuse me. So it's like, I know it's uncomfortable, but I just have to sit with it. I just have to take my deep breaths, and I just have to let the trade play out. And if I'm trading in the right direction, which 80 to 90% of the time I'm trading in the right direction, I'm going to get my target hit. And if I don't, that follow-up trade is usually going to be the big money trade anyway. So I have a winning system. I just have to let my system play out. It's It's me that keeps getting in the way of the system. It's me. I keep getting into the way of. I keep getting in the way of the system, and I need to stop doing that. So, that's what I'm going to take from this situation from earlier. That's what I'm going to take from it. So I'm going to turn this situation from lead to gold, and no pun intended. No pun intended. No pun intended, but yeah. Cave Trader said he sent me a. Let's look at that. So this is Cave Trader right now. So he's up $8,100, man. Congratulations, bro. Oops. Congratulations, bro. Oop. He has a 38% win rate. 41%. Cave Trader is definitely a good loser. Cave Trader is, so I need to actually take a page from Cave Trader's trading course, psychology course. He's a good loser. He doesn't allow losses to emotionally fuel him to do stuff that he's not supposed to. And once you kind of get over that plateau of not allowing the market to control you emotionally, then you will become unstoppable. I mean, losses, I guess they're supposed to happen. We're supposed to just manage our emotions when they do, right? But again, up $8,100. Congratulations, bro. Pretty soon you'll have enough money to buy 10 Lambos. Pretty soon. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. I got to take this call. Okay. We'll see if I get stopped out here. Because, I mean, it's not like the market didn't drop. It just didn't hit my target. So, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, we are making lower lows right here on gold. And we're making lower highs on gold, which is obviously a downtrend. But we'll see. We'll see. And this is Cave Trader's calendar. Looks like you broke even right here. Hey, as long as you break even and you don't take a loss, I guess that's a good day, right? More losses than wins, but came out profitable. He's profitable from the month, even though he has more losses than he has wins. Good shit, Cave Trader. Good shit. Yeah. So on the days that you were red, what happened those days? What happened on those days? He was wrong on the direction. Yeah, I mean, it's not easy. Yeah. Yeah, especially on those days, especially on the days where the market is just being completely difficult. Being completely difficult. Well, it's highly likely that I'll probably get stopped out of this gold trade unless this candle flips. Unless this candle flips, I'm probably on the wrong side of this trade because that's a, well, the previous candle was a doji. Price opened up at the body of the doji. We just broke above the high. I'll probably get stopped out on this one, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Well, let's actually get this data. Let's get this data, put it into the... So I guess the market believes that we'll at least get a 25 basis point cut during October, or when's the next? October 29th. So the market is definitely expecting at least a 25 basis point cut. I don't think unless Powell sees something in the market, I don't think that we should expect an emergency cut. But we'll see. We'll see. Why would that even be a thing? Like, why would anybody want that though? Like, why would somebody want that? That's pretty weird to want. I mean, isn't he already like the prime minister of like another country though? That's kind of weird to want. Like, why would someone want that? The ruling class. Okay. So I think we talked about it though. Ah, shit. I didn't put yesterday's data in. I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow. So today was definitely a bullish trend. All right. All right. All right. So the initial sweep happened at 8:49. The initial break happened at 9:19. Says we'll break a structure. 9:19. Break high. Initial reaction. Clean. Break a structure. Result. 196. High. Full move. 196. High. All right, so let's actually talk about that and then we'll just be done for tonight. So these are just measured moves. Obviously, the market is making all-time highs or new all-time highs now. So there's no price action to the left. So these can only be measured moves. But I'm looking at a measured move between 115 and about 135. Let's see if we get this tomorrow. 115, 135. And if we see price, 215 and 195. So these are the two areas that I'm looking for tomorrow. We already talked about if the market pulls back, the areas that I'll be looking for, but these are the areas that I'll be looking for if the market goes up and continues to go up. I won't be surprised if I see the market kind of consolidate at this area, break out, probably going to come into this area, reject back into this area, and then continue to trade higher. Or if not, if we do see a rejection, like I said, I'll be looking for a price to pull back to about 935, 915. I mean, it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. I mean, there's people that uses these prop firms and it changes their lives. I mean, there's no reason that it can't be anyone that's here or anyone in general. You just have to get out of your own way. You really got to get out of your own way. And stop letting, and that's why the X platforms is I'll consider, like, if I don't plan on needing to buy another account anytime soon, but probably moving forward, I'll probably use the X platform so I don't have to use any mental or emotional energy when I'm trading. I can log how many trades I take. I can log how much money I can lose. I mean, it's while I'm in a sound state of mind, I can make these decisions, lock these decisions in, and just have the system have me adhere to my rules. And with those restrictions in place, I mean, like I said, I don't have to think about it. I just have to execute. And yeah, it definitely does, man. Your emotional self is very demanding. It just burns so much fuel. And it burns so much fuel to the point to where you may have to take a nap. And then it's like when you go on these emotional tirades, it's like tirades. It's you have all this energy and you're just burning through all of it. And then you go to sleep and then you wake up 10 hours later because of how much energy your emotional self used. I don't want to use the word waste. I don't have to utilize energy to be disciplined in emotional situations where my ego is pushing all the right buttons. It's saying, "Oh, you're going to let the market do that to you? You're going to let the market take from you? You're not going to take back from the market?" You know, type shit like that. He said, last trade for the night on gold, Alfred. Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree. And you know what, Cape Trader? That's right. That's true. I kind of wish that they would have a setting where you can lock out for the entire week instead of having to do it daily. Because the risk settings doing it daily, especially if you had a bad day, you can definitely come back during the next session and say, I'm not going to lock myself out. I'm going to do this and that and do things differently and then move away from your plan. So I think that's probably the next feature that they should implement is just have an option where you can just lock it out for a duration of time versus just doing it for a day. Yeah, congratulations on that. And you bought the growth account, right? Let's see how. So Gold loves Gold. I don't know why you do this. I don't know why, but she loves coming back to my break even. She loves it, man. She loves it. But you know what, Gold? I'm not going. I'm not going to be emotionally fueled in these trades anymore. My focus moving forward with these trades is I don't care how long I'm in the trade. It's just I'm just going to focus on the target and if the target can get hit. I mean, it came back to my break even after being up 68 ticks. Oof, it rejected perfectly at my break even. Well, Alfred, how many contracts do you, or when you trade gold, how many contracts are you using and how many points are you usually looking for when you're scalping? Hmm. Oh yeah, you can pass. So you got the 100K, so you made about 6,000. Hmm. I'm so emotionally attached to the outcome. What? AT micros. Hmm. Oof. Damn, Alfred, only 3 to 5 points. Mm. Mm. But I mean, I'll probably stay on for just another 5 minutes, I guess. I'll give this trade another 5 minutes, and then I'm just gonna go to bed. Just kind of reflect, take the time to reflect, and just doing better with gold. Uh, I just realized that maybe, and I hate saying this. I really do. Mm. I guess I hate saying it for real because I can't bring myself to say it. I know it to be true though. I know it to be true. I gotta stop doing that. Mm. Mm. Yeah, gold is definitely like, man, I was telling Smith this. He said he banished gold into oblivion. He said that he will no longer trade gold. I told Smith when gold touches a level, she doesn't, I mean, she will reject. I mean, as soon as I told him that, because he was looking for like a specific number. And on gold, unfortunately, you have to look at like you have to have your levels drawn out. And you kind of have to front run those levels too. Because either gold is going to front run those levels or she's going to tap it perfectly and super reject. Uh, Gold is ruthless. I mean, she'll hold you by the hand. And if you're going the same direction that she's going, she'll make you feel, she'll really make you feel good. She'll make you feel like a man, woman, whatever you want to feel. She'll make you feel that way. But try going the opposite direction. Gold is like a dog that wants to go in its direction. And if you try to pull it in the direction you want it to go, it's going to fight you and it's going to win. And that's just how gold is. Gold loves making measured moves. Or at least this version of gold loves making measured moves. And once it makes its measured move, it will reverse and it will go in the other direction. So you just have to be mindful of that when we trade gold. Yeah, it's definitely like, honestly, if it misses me, I'll probably sacrifice a couple of ticks to get in at the level. If it misses me a little bit, like if it misses me by 2 or 3 ticks, I'll probably chase it. But if you lose a good 2 to 3 points, you're really giving up a lot. If you give up 1 point, that's a lot, because those 10 ticks can definitely be the difference between either getting your target hit or not, depending on where you get in. I mean, if you get in towards the bottom, 10 ticks is not going to matter. But if you're getting in as the market is going up, it can be dangerous. Well, it can be dangerous when the market is kind of trading side to side like this. When the market is not trending, when it's chopping, you can definitely get caught up in gold. So, okay. But like I said, moving forward, that's the rule. I take the trade. I see the setup. I take the trade regardless of how I feel about it. And so I'm gonna do moving forward. But all right, guys, that's it for me tonight. We do have this trade that I'm gonna let run overnight. I've already made money in my funded account tonight, and now I just have to make money in my funded account, my other 2 funded accounts tomorrow morning, following my rules. So hopefully we can get a good setup on gold tomorrow. If not, I'm not going to force a trade. Honestly, forcing a trade on gold is kind of like Alfred said, suicide. It means you don't really want your account. But I mean, all we can do is our best. So, but I appreciate everyone that's joined tonight. We'll definitely come back tomorrow morning, and we will definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody. Have a good night.